Hello everybody. If you have any kind of decent logic deduction skills, you might realize that this cat here has not been eaten. But let's be real. If I had titled this video, "The Worst Dream I Ever Had," would you have clicked it? No, you wouldn't have. Because retelling stories of dreams has a really bad stigma because most people do it really poorly. All the emotion of the dream and like how it's ramped up and heightened in your head when you're having the dream, just overtake it and like, wow, this is the most impactful thing to ever happen to me in my life. I gotta tell someone, and then it just comes out as mush, just blah, 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 blah. Nothing makes sense. You're playing off the emotions of how it made you feel, and you don't put any effort into telling the story properly. But this dream where David Letterman ate my cat happened back on February 9th, 2014, and I knew at the time that I had to document this, so I wrote down as much details from it as I could, and I spent many years working on the telling so it flows like a good story that actually happened to me. Okay? So let's get into this. So Mr. Smokey is a cat I've had for quite a long time now. I think going on 12, 13 years with this cat. He's an old man now, but back in his youngin' days, he was a really excitable cat. And I'm gonna put him down because he's not happy with me holding him like this. Go run away. Go run away. So he's an old man now, but back when he was a young cat, he was very excitable. Like if I was in my office on my computer working on something, he would come scampering in and be like, "Wow!" and then run out and like, "Come on!" and then run back in and be like, "Yeah!" and over and over, trying to get my attention to come do whatever it is he wanted me to play with him with, a string or give him food or whatnot. Doesn't matter. That was in real life. But in this dream one night, he was doing that to get my attention, and one of the times when he ran out of the room, he kind of did a four-legged Michael Jackson moonwalk, and it was amazing. He was like, holy shit. This cat just realized he discovered something really awesome. This trick that I can't even like fake because I don't know how to do a moonwalk. But he got really, really excited, just hopping around and just practicing his new moonwalk. And then in the way dreams work, like the message was communicated to me that he wanted to take this newfound talent and go to New York City and put it on David Letterman's Stupid Pet Tricks. Now, when you adopt a cat for $5, you have a sacred responsibility to let them live their dreams and best life. So of course I said yes. Go to New York City, take your four-legged moonwalk, get yourself on David Letterman, Smokey. Let's do this. So to get to New York City, I take the cat down to the bus stop, get him a ticket onto the bus, and see him off to go to New York City. It was one of those old like 1960s styles buses, and it's just driving away. He's in the back window waving goodbye. Honestly, it was basically the scene from Forrest Gump where Jenny leaves Forrest Gump, except instead of Jenny in the back of the bus, it was my cat going to New York City to be on David Letterman. The dream progresses. Much time has passed. Like it felt like it was weeks, months, maybe. I don't know. There was no communication, no nothing. And then I got a letter in the mail, and I open it up, and it's from the cat, and it says something like, "I'm gonna be on David Letterman's Stupid Pet Tricks. I want you to come in the audience and be there, please, whatever, when the date is." So I'm like, of course. Gotta go see your damn cat on David Letterman if it gets there, right? So I magically, I don't remember how I got to New York City, but I got to New York City, and I'm walking around, and I finally find the studio where David Letterman films his show. And I was there a couple hours early, so I'm like, I'll go find Smokey, and we'll just, give him some words of encouragement before it starts. So I walk into the studio, and it's just dead quiet. There's no people in the studio. All the lights are off. It's just black and dark, and nothing's going on except in the middle, on the stage where the Stupid Pet Tricks would happen, was a beam of light with an object, and then David Letterman and Paul Schaefer are standing behind it, talking amongst themselves. So I'm like, what could be going on? It's dark, quiet, and scary, and I approach the object where the two are standing there, and I realize that this object is a meat deli tray, you know, like you go to buy some beef or something, and it's full of the ground chuck all wrapped up in those plastic styrofoam containers, just a whole bunch of them. And then David Letterman and Paul Schaefer are standing behind there with a skillet on a hot plate, and they're just cooking up some pieces of meat and like eating it, and like, ha 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 ha, this is gonna be so good. And what they're talking about is that instead of doing stupid pet tricks that night, they were gonna sizzle up and cook every cat and dog that was supposed to be on stupid pet tricks that night and eat them in front of the audience and then rate them on how good they tasted. I was like, fucking, what the hell? What kind of nightmare is this? I'm like just racked, like, why would they do this? And I see all the meats in the deli tray, there's names written on each one. It's like Buffy and Fido, and I started flipping through them. I'm like, this can't be real, this can't be real, this can't be real. And then I flipped one back, and there, written on the cling wrapped styrofoam thing, is a chunk of meat that said smoky. And oh, I almost died. It was the worst fucking dream I ever had in my life. Dirty Dream David Letterman and Dream Paul Schaefer ate my cat. But like I said, it was a dream. You saw the cat. He is alive. No ill feelings towards David Letterman, because this came out of my head for some reason. And that's the story of possibly the worst dream I've ever had. Now watch whatever the algorithm here is telling you to watch. It demands it.